70,000 years ago, we were trapped in Africa. As resources vanished and danger loomed, we made a desperate choice. We started walking. Crossing oceans and braving the unknown, our survival wasn't guaranteed, stopping meant death. We finally touched new lands and built lives under harsh desert skies. But this was only the beginning, the real journey had just started. Pushing deeper, we entered lush jungles and monsoon rains, learning to hunt and adapt. But the world wasn't just green, the Himalayas loomed ahead, a wall of ice and rock. Shivering in the cold, we learned to harness fire and craft fur for warmth. We faced dangerous cliffs and wide, rushing rivers, finding ways to cross what seemed impossible. We were no longer just survivors, we were explorers mastering the unknown. Across the vast, windswept steppes, we found a new world. Life became a cycle of surviving freezing lakes, outsmarting predators, and mastering the wild. We moved as a pack, carving tools and sharing the burden of the road. Even when nature blocked our path with landslides or heavy mists, we didn't turn back. With every rope we braided and every map we etched in stone, we pushed forward, chasing the horizon. We found shelter in deep caves, where we left our first mark on the world, vivid paintings and handprints that still haunt the stone today. Seasons turned, and we adapted, trading the warmth of the sun for furs and harpoons to survive the biting cold. When giants like the mammoth crossed our path, we didn't run, we learned to outsmart them. Through storms and migrations, we built a community, always packing light and looking ahead. Every trail we followed, every fire we lit, was a step toward owning the earth. The horizon kept calling. We mastered the seas and turned every new shore into a home. We moved beyond just tools, creating art and meaning. By the time we faced the next continent, we were no longer just survivors, we were masters of the earth, claiming every corner as our own. The endless walking finally stopped. In the cradle of fertile valleys, we put down roots. We traded the hunt for the harvest, building permanent homes and mastering the land. We began to store our grain, craft pottery, and share our knowledge across generations. The wild wanderers had become the first builders of civilization. We were no longer just surviving, we were starting the story of humanity. Villages grew into empires. We invented the wheel, forged bronze, and carved our history into stone. From managing trade to tracking the stars, we turned simple survival into structured civilization. The wanderer was gone, the age of history had begun. The world shrank as we built roads, libraries, and trade routes. Knowledge became our greatest tool, evolving from survival into art, science, and philosophy. We stopped just living on the earth and began to understand it, weaving a global story that connected us all. The world shrank as we built roads, libraries, and trade routes. Knowledge became our greatest tool, evolving from survival into art, science, and philosophy. We stopped just living on the earth and began to understand it, weaving a global story that connected us all. The pace of discovery exploded. We conquered the seas, harnessed steam, and lit up the night with electricity. Information traveled at the speed of light, and the world grew smaller than ever before. We moved from tools to technology, transforming our reach from the local valley to the entire planet. We stepped off our home planet and reached for the stars. From the first tool to the digital age, we've mastered our world and redefined what's possible. The journey started with a single step in the dust. Now, we stand on the edge of the infinite. The story of humanity isn't just history anymore. It's our future, and it's only just begun.